What you see here is my dog reacting towards movement and sound from this container. So this is the first time doing this exercise, and what you're going to notice is that he's going to follow his instincts instead of using common sense or thinking. So that's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to make my dog think and or use common sense of the situation. So in order to do that, what you're going to see me do a lot in this exercise is blocking those instincts. Blocking goes first, and I'm also going to encourage the brain to move forward and follow. So right here, what you see is the struggle, because this is his first time, remember. He hasn't done this before. Not this way. So what you're seeing me here is I'm going to have a pattern of moving around, blocking, encouraging, and then the encouragement is to follow me and to move forward towards the containers. So I'm going to move back and forth. I'm going to change directions. I'm going to do sound. I'm going to do movement from the container. So here what you're seeing is I'm continue blocking. He's getting desperate. That's what this means. But as you notice, I'm neutral. I'm staying neutral. I have to stay neutral from beginning to end of the exercise. There is the fight right here. And so blocking, releasing the pressure as soon as he stops, and then encouragement. So right here, this is an important lesson because he is going to get desperate. He did get desperate. And so I just show him that don't trust his instincts. That's the message. Don't trust your instincts. Trust me that I'm going to handle the situation for us. If what's good for me is good for him. So if he thinks it's way through, that's going to be so much better for me than if he's reacting constantly just because he sees a garbage container or he sees anything else assigned as we go for a walk. It's dangerous for him to react that way, and so I don't want that behavior. So as I said, I'm just moving around, I'm blocking, and I'm encouraging him to move forward or to follow me. So the patterns are going to be the same. Again, I'm blocking. As you notice, I'm moving around, stopping. Here I'm testing to see what he does or how he does with being in the middle or sandwiched between two containers. So as you notice, he's not ready for that. This is very important for me as a handler to know how my dog does in all different interactions as much as possible. So right there, I did a little bit test. So I'm continuing the pattern. As you notice that it's important for my dog also to let me know that he is feeling desperate. But I'm also going to start encouraging no matter what. So there it is. He's surprised about the sound. There is encouragement. And as you notice, I'm not making it personal right here, even when it gets to the point that my dog has a very desperate mind. It's important that you stay neutral, that you are neutral because you're listening and you're feeling the energy traveling through the leash, and then also how the energy and the state of mind of your dog is. So if you stay neutral, you're calm, relaxed, you're putting enough pressure only to block and then to also to encourage. And then by staying neutral and by doing this, then you're going to start encouraging your dog to do more thinking and less reaction. Here, as you notice, he did his first smelling. There it is. So that's pretty cool. That's really nice because this is the first time he's saying, oh, I don't need, what is this all about? So the only way he's going to find out is by using that nose and being really close to the target point, or the trigger, which is the containers. So I'm continuing putting pressure for him to stay in one place and really close between the two containers. Doing sound, I'm blocking. As you notice, I'm blocking constantly. But also, as you notice, he's improving a lot. He's following nicely. I can take this at any time instead of like what he did before. That's really a safety issue, and I don't want that at all. So I'm changing a little bit the pattern, as you notice. Now that he's a little bit closer to them and he's getting used to it, I'm just going to start changing the pattern again. So now I'm going to do something else with the containers. Here I'm just pretending that I'm walking away, releasing the pressure from the containers. He's going to think, oh, great, we're going. But then changing directions and then coming in towards the pressure, towards the containers. I'm going to say it. I love what I'm saying right here. I take that approach 100 times better than the reaction that he always have, which is pulling really hard and reacting heavily. So there's always room for improvements. This is not the overall product that I want to see. My goal right here is we're going to continue practicing this exercise. We're going to probably do it in mini sessions. And then the overall goal that I have is that my dog is best friends with this container. So much better. I'm still blocking, but it's minor. Lots of reminders of moving forward. Right here, as you notice, he's not ready. Blocking and continue doing. See, anytime that you change the pattern, you're gonna have a reaction. So right there, what I did is I'm still continue blocking as I continue saying it. So blocking and put in the pressure by moving the containers. So all I did is change the pattern. You're gonna have a reaction. I blocked it. I continue. Good. Now another thing that I want to say here while I'm doing this is that, so before I say that, so as you notice right there, I'm encouraging a little bit my dog. And then what I like to do is I encourage my dog by rubbing around their necks, even face at times depending, or the chest. But I'm rubbing a little bit, not softly, but the energy has a different meaning, a little bit more firm. So here I'm changing the pattern because he's behaving better. It's not perfect, but it's much manageable. So right here I'm taking off. Like I said, my goal right here is that my dog is best friends with his container. So I'm deciding to walk around with the container and my dog at the same time. So again, I'm changing the pattern and look what you have. Changing the pattern means that my dog is not used to it, or you have a ritual. So therefore, you're going to have a reaction. So you're going to have to work through it. Block, and block. And also encourage. He's doing a good job. So my job is to bring him in. Now this is where he wants to run away from the situation, as you notice. And he's continue doing that. And then this is where, if you have done the bubble exercise before with me, then this is exactly what I'm doing. He wants to go the opposite way. He wants to be done, and I'm blocking, and I'm still letting him know you're staying in my bubble. So the pattern continues. and this is what you're gonna get. I'm blocking, and I'm encouraging the behavior to move forward with me. So as I do, and as I'm challenged, he will get better, and that's exactly what he's doing. He is getting better. Consistency is your best friend. Inconsistency is your worst enemy. So as you notice, we're not even done, but we are creating consistency in here. The pattern is the same, and anytime I do a pattern again and again, such as mini sessions, I'm going to have to do the same pattern that I'm doing in this time around. There's my friend right there. Testing him a little bit and see what he does. Here's the encouragement is just sit, testing a little bit, moving away from the container, bringing him in, just resetting a little bit, bringing him in. There we go. So here what you're seeing is I'm encouraging to come really close to me and the container, because as you notice, once I do the movement, his first instinct is to run away. Remember, fight it and run away. Taking off again, and we'll improve things as we go in different by doing a lot of mini sessions, but here I'm just testing a lot to see his behavior, and that gives me an idea of what's coming next, and it also gives him an idea what we're gonna continue doing. There it is. This approach was better, as you notice right there. Nice. This is more what I want. Him just sitting, let me do my job. And my job is just kind of like here, doing my job just means it could be random things, such as like right now, I'm changing the pattern again. And here, what you're gonna see is that I'm gonna stop letting him know to fix himself, block, and sit in. That's exactly what I want him to do, just to sit and wait for me to finish anything that it's going to be my job. In this situation, my job is just to do random patterns with the container. So anytime he moves, then I stop for a second. I'll remind him about his job, which is sit and wait. Sit and wait. I don't just continue the pattern because you don't want to instigate more the behavior that he's doing right now, which is like already getting up, and if we instigate, he will follow a little bit more and more and more, and I want to discourage that pattern that he's doing. So anytime he moves, I block a little bit, remind him that he needs to be in a sitting position. And then as soon as he sits, then I continue with my pattern. There we go, changing the pattern again. As you notice, he remembers taking off with the containers. This helps big time because now he is following a lot better. As you notice, the tail ribbon is just a little bit more relaxed. He's kind of like going with the excitement that this exercise provides, and then so we're rolling with it. So here we have Big Brother, and Big Brother at the beginning, when he saw his brother struggling, he wanted to correct him. He wanted to just say, stop it. Now when we do this exercise, it's important that we have control of the situation. Control of the situation means that that the exercise that I'm doing, it's only between my dog that is in my bubble and myself as a handler. And anyone outside, even if they're loose dogs, no one enters my bubble as I'm doing this exercise with my dog. So we went even further down the road, and now we're coming back. Nice. So much better in there. And I don't have any tension on a leash, and is very hardly any tension on a leash. So again, this is a new pattern for him. So the ritual changed just slightly, and then you see a reaction. It's what you do with this reaction that is going to be very important right here at the very end. That's where I'm going to reward it. My reward is, or encourage, is a touch, but it's not like very soft touch. It's like a little rough, not too much, but it's just a signature, a signal that says when we're doing something great together, we're gonna feel each other. That's just kind of like a message that we're sending by doing that. So another thing that you see in there, as soon as I'm done with the container and I touch, he took that as like an out. I'm done working. So what you've seen me do in there is I communicated with him, reminding him that I'm not done. He might be done, but I'm not. So I had to get him in a rhythm again. So I just put pressure to the leash, give him a signal, that a reminder that I'm not done, just resetting back and forth and moving around using movement to relax the brain, and moving forward only when as a reward to say we're doing a good job now. So here we came back, and then we decided to sit right outside of Big Brother's scout bubble.